The Yoga of the Supreme Person, take 16. Vav imam purusau loke saras kaksara evaka sara sarvani bhutani kutasto sarsara uchate. There are two classes of beings, the fallible and the infallible. In the material world, every living entity is called fallible. In the spiritual world, every living entity is called infallible. As already explained, the Lord, in his incarnation as Vyasadeva compiled the Vedanta Sutra, here the Lord is giving in some summary the contents of the Vedanta Sutra. He says that the living entities who are innumerable can be divided into two classes, the fallible and the infallible. The living entities are eternally separated parts and parcels of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When they are in contact with the material world, they are called Jiva Bhuta, and the Sanskrit word given here, Sarak Sarvani Bhutani, means that they are fallible. Those who are in oneness with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, however, are called infallible. Oneness does not mean that they have no individuality, but there is no disunity. They are all agreeable to the purpose of the creation. Of course, in the spiritual world, there is no such thing as creation, but since the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as stated in Vedanta Sutra, is the source of all emanations, the concept is explained. According to the statement of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, there are two classes of living entities. The Vedas give evidence of this, so there is no doubt about it. The living entities who are struggling in this world with the mind and five senses have their material bodies which are changing. As long as living entity is conditioned, his body changes due to contact with matter. Matter is changing, so the living entity appears to be changing. But in the spiritual world, the body is not made of matter, therefore there is no change. In the material world, the living entity undergoes 6 changes: birth, growth, duration, reproduction, then dwindling and vanishing. There are changes of the material body, but in the spiritual world, the body does not change. There is old age, there is no old age, there is no birth, there is no death. They are all exist in oneness. Sara Sarvani Bhutani. Any living entity who has come in contact with matter, beginning from the first created being, Brahma, down to a small ant, is changing its body. Therefore, they are all fallible in the spiritual world. However, they are always liberated in oneness. Text 17. Uttama Purusaustav Anya Paramatmeti Udharta Yolokatrayam Aviswa Vibharti Abhaya Iswara. Besides these two, there is the greatest living personality, the Supreme Soul, the imperishable Lord Himself, who has entered the three worlds and is maintaining them. The idea of this verse is very nicely explained in the Katha Upanishad 2.2.13 and Svetaswara Upanishad 6.13. It is clearly stated that above the innumerable living entities, some of whom are conditioned and some of whom are liberated, there is a Supreme Personality who is Paramatma. The Upanishadic verse runs as follows: Nitya Nityanam Setana Setananam. The purport is that amongst all the living entities, both conditioned and liberated, there is one Supreme Personality, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who maintains them and gives them all the facility of enjoyment according to different work. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is situated in everyone's heart as Paramatma. A wise man who can understand him is eligible to attain perfect peace. text 18. Yasmat Saramatito Ham Aksarat Apapi Kottama Atosmi Loke Vedeka Prathita Purpurusottama. Because I am transcendental beyond both the fallible and the infallible, because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the world and in the Vedas as that supreme person.